Mel today. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If I scared you, you knew better than to click on my video with your volume all the way up. Okay. So for today's video, I did this makeup look right here, which was inspired definitely by Guam Sunset. Hands down. Everyone likes to send me videos and pictures of the Guam Sunset and tease me because I can no longer witness it, which part of me loves and part of me hates. But this photo in particular, I was like, I need that on my eyes. So I recreated it. I definitely missed a lot of colors because Guam Sunset has every color in the book. Every color. But that's okay. I just stuck to what I felt most. So yeah, if you guys would like to see how I created this look, then please continue watching.
So I'm just going to start off with my base, and I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Conceal. And instead of Warm Honey, I'm using Yellow Color Corrector today. And then I'm going to set all of that with a bone shade. I'm just using a random one for my chocolate bar palette. Doesn't really matter which one you use as long as it's light enough to set everything.
So I'm going to go into my Morphe 35O palette. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to take this color mixed in with a little bit of this one. I'm staying pretty high for this because I want to make sure that when I do put my lid colors, it'll be higher than my crease today.
So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my red shadow, which is my Makeup Forever Artist Shadow in M846. So I'm really going in on this color because I do want it to be the boldest out of the shades, since it is going to be the darkest color out of the three that I plan on using. So packing and blending.
Into an orange shade, and on my skin tone in particular, it's kind of hard for orange shades to show up on me. It kind of just blends in for whatever reason. I think because I have such warm undertones. But I'm just going to try to use my NYX Jumbo Pencil before I put my orange shadow on.
The Jumbo Pencil in Milk by NYX is perfect to use when you really want your colors to show up really vibrant. So that's why I used it in this.
I'm going to do one whole eye first to see how I like it and then move on to the next. So for that orange shade I was talking about, I'm going to use this color in the 35O palette. So now I'm going to use my S30 brush.
So as you can see, I'm just patting that all in, trying to get the most pigmentation as I can out of the shade, making it super vibrant. And then here I'm going back in with my red because I did lose a little bit of that shade. And then I'm going to blend it all back together.
Really drag that in. So I'm going to try this shade here, and it's Chickadee by Makeup Geek. I look crazy because this eye's just like chilling, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh boy. If you don't come through, Chickadee. Come through. And I do realize I have a harsh line. I'm gonna fix it. Don't you worry, boo-boo. I already knew what she was thinking. It's like, oh, she ain't even gonna fix that. She's just gonna leave that though, looking like she got a black eye. What do I look like? Guys, I really want the melt stacks. And then I see the price tag and I'm like, oh. Hit that X button real quick. But don't forget to favorite the page in case mama asks you what you feel like having for like Valentine's Day or something, you know. Alright, so I'm going to move on to this eye. I know that this one still looks messy, but I'm very all over the place when I do my makeup because I like to see the balance of everything, how everything's going, and then go back in and change whatever needs to be changed. So, with that being said, I'm going to finish this eye off camera.
Now using my Neutrogena wipe, I'm just going to cut the edges, make it clean.
Okay, so I'm going to prime my face with my Cutie Patootie. I'm just going to pat that baby in. I'm going to do my normal color correct with my MAC Prep and Prime in Peach Lustre.
Well, color correcting is very important to me because if I don't do it and I just lay down my foundation without color correct, it tends to look just very uneven and it doesn't lay as nicely as I'd like it to.
I'm currently wearing my favorite sweater ever. I love it. I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation today. Definitely did not want to give into this hype at all, to be honest with you. I have to say NARS gave it to me. Okay. So for my concealer, my under eye concealer, I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I can't talk. And this is in Caramel. And it is pretty bright because we're just going to go for bright under eyes today. So I work pretty fast with this because it will dry. Like, get it sucked right in. Okay, so I definitely do not want to crease, so I'm going to go ahead and set it really quickly before finishing off any other highlighting for the rest of my face. So again, I'm just going to go down at the center of my nose with this concealer. A little bit up my forehead. Cover that friend of mine that I have. I'm going to go ahead and use this brush. I don't like using this with my under eyes because it just tugs. Sometimes I'll still use it to buff out and make everything look a bit more seamless, but I try not to. Okay, pounce that baby in. So with my MAC Pro Longwear powder, I'm going to set the rest of my face so that it makes it easier for me to contour, because it's much easier for powder to sit on top of powder rather than powder on top of cream. So this is like the transition shade for the rest of my face. Vienna. I look ghostly right now. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this brush. This is another brush, part of my set that I got from Morphe, the S13. And I'm going to take this, and it's the Studio Fix foundation. It's the Studio Fix powder in NC55, and I like using it because it's actually supposed to be for someone's skin tone. Therefore, it doesn't turn too orange on my face when I use it as a contour. It looks really drastic right now because I haven't wiped away my baking, but it's fine. So I like to keep majority of it right here. My forehead. When I contour, I like to create a lot of more vertical lines. I actually have a wide face, so my lines need to be much more closer to the center, you know what I mean? And when it comes to cutting right below the cheekbone, some people start right here all the way back when they cut their cheekbone. But for me, I start at the tail of my brow and I go down, and right there is where I start cutting. What time is it? Rotisserie time. What time is it? Rotisserie time. Alright, so for my highlight, I'm going to start with this. And it is by CoverFX. It's called Bubbly, I believe. I'm sure there's a bigger version, but I got this with one of the sets that I bought. What I usually do is I just take my lovely middle finger and then swipe some. Can you see that? Baby, can you see that? And then right here. Just because Christmas Day is over doesn't mean you stop being Rudolph, girl. You're gonna have to guide somebody sleigh home at night. But definitely didn't mean it like that, but that's how you took it. You nasty. I'm gonna go in with MAC Gold Deposit first. I can hold it up now and it don't fall. It's a good day to be Mel. So this I'm gonna put here, a little below where I put Bubbly. And then you want to put Oh Darling higher and it gives you that 3D effect. I have hella texture on my face these days for whatever reason, and it's still not stopping me from highlighting. I have problems. So I'm going to use my Prestige pencil and I'm going to tightline. It's very important for me to tightline because the way my eyes are set up, if I don't tightline, it definitely shows.
Just touching up wherever I lost some pigment. Now I'm just gonna line my eyes, you know, the usual, holding my breath, Michael Phelpsing it. And for my wing, I couldn't decide how drastic I really wanted it. I think I wanted to keep baby wings just so I don't go too high and dramatic where my shadow doesn't show. So I'm just flicking my wing carefully, as you know, because usually I just flick it super fast and drag it back. But today I'm like trying to keep it under control.
Whew. I held my breath the whole time. Okay, so I went ahead and popped my lashes on. I'm just wearing Ardell Wispies, but I didn't want something too dramatic because I didn't want to take from the look all the colors going on, all that good stuff. I definitely wanted the shades to still show. So that's why I went with natural lashes. I also put that red shade right under my eyes just to add some more definition because I was looking at a little flat Stanley for a little bit. So yeah. So now onto my lips. I'm gonna try a Vampy lip. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm just gonna go with it anyways. So I'm gonna use MAC Chestnut lip liner first and then fill that in with my LA Girl Endless lip liner in Wine, I believe. I probably should have waited for my chapstick to dry because it's a bit creamy right now. So that is the finished makeup look, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I couldn't decide whether to go with a nude lip or a vampy one. But I've been telling myself to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. Whether it looks crazy or not, go with it. I never do this. I always either go dramatic eyes or dramatic lips, never both. But why not, right? I've been in a rut lately. I don't know. My makeup has not been on point. My recording, definitely not my uploading. Just something was completely off. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like any of my looks. And then when I did record the ones I liked, uploading was such a pain. There was a bunch of problems going on, but I wanted to thank everyone who hit me up with inspiring messages, photos, everything like that. Especially a huge shout out to my dad, who messaged me at random and basically was like, whatever is in your heart, go full speed with it. Like, you can do anything you want with your whole mind set to it. And it's like, you know, a typical inspiring message, but I feel like it's definitely something I needed to hear, but from someone in particular. And I'm definitely glad it was my dad. So if you're watching this, I love you. Thank you so much. And you guys can definitely thank him for bringing you this video today, because he is what inspired me to finally sit down in front of my camera and make it work no matter what. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun creating this. I winged a lot of it because I wasn't sure where I was gonna go with it, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit down, I'm gonna keep blending until I like it, and that's exactly what I did. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already so you can see my upcoming videos. If you do recreate this look, please tag me on my social media, which will be listed down below as well. And I think that is it, guys. Thanks again for watching. I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Mwah.